You're now listening to the 1130 podcast. Enjoy the show.
I'm from the city, DC, that's where I'm from. 1130 podcast, Dreonwheels is the one. Let's get it, yeah. Who with me? Let's get it, yeah. Who with me? Yeah. I'm from the city, DC, that's where I'm from. Let's get it. 1130 podcast, Dreonwheels is the one.
Yo, what it do, everybody, man? It's Wednesday. We live here on YouTube. What it do, man? Welcome everyone to the 1130 podcast. Yeah. Welcome everyone to the 1130 podcast, you guys, man. Episode 201, man. Before we dive into all the good stuff here on the show, I want to thank every single one of you guys, man, who showed up and showed out on last week's episode of the 1130 podcast show, the 200th episode of the 1130 podcast show. I had amazing R&B duo, legendary Coffee Brown, that was on the 1130 podcast show, man. It was real wonderful. I thank everyone for tuning in to the show. For real, man, it was real great. Also, shout out to my guy Warren Marlowe, man, who also definitely stopped by and chopped it up with your boy here on the 1130 podcast show. But like I said, man, last week's episode was definitely a huge milestone. I thank everyone for definitely and sending in all the videos and hollering at your boy and was like, yo, man, great milestone, man. Really great milestone of celebrating the 1130 podcast show. It really is, man. Been doing this 4.5 years, man. So I love it, man. For real. You know, I'm passionate about it. And I see the bigger picture. You know, a lot of people don't see the bigger picture, but it's all about the journey, man. And I expressed that many times here on the 1130 podcast show. But man, yo, it's the 201 episode of the 1130 podcast show. Before we dive into all the good stuff and everything else, man, if you're new to the show and you haven't done so already, I don't know what you're waiting for, man. Definitely hit that subscribe button down below, you guys, man. Like it, leave a comment, and share it, do all that great stuff. And don't forget to follow the 1130 podcast on all social media platforms, man. For real. All right, man. Like I was saying, last week's episode was definitely amazing. I had Kofi Brown, R&B legendary duo here on the 1130 podcast show, man. Really great having them on. And I want to say shout out to Katrina, who definitely been hooking me up with some amazing guests, man, such as Coffee Brown, Law, Kenny J, just a bunch of them, man. So definitely want to send big shout outs to her, man, for real. It's Wednesday, you guys, man. It is the 1130 podcast show. We live here on YouTube, man. And it also is not just the 1130 podcast day, man, but which it is, though. Don't let nobody else tell you that. It's Juneteenth, man. So a lot of people, taking the holiday right now, man. So I want to say happy Juneteenth to everyone out there in the world, man, who's celebrating this, sort of black. I'm gonna say sort of, man. This Black Independence Day, independence, man. But I like to, try to speak facts here as the best of my possibility here on the 1130 podcast show, man. And if you guys, man, we all know slavery, man, was a huge thing in this country over, many years. And slavery, in a way has came to an end where, we had the masters, and then, you had white people, and then you had, they have all these slaves, the black people out in the garden or whatever, picking cotton and doing all that other stuff, man. And, I want to say, and although, Now they gave us, they gave us this holiday here, of Juneteenth, man, a national Independence Day. Became a federal holiday in the United States. Now, you know, I think, just me personally, chopping it up here on the show, man. They're like, okay, they, we give them, Black History Month. We give them Black History Month, and okay, it's like this country has a way of trying to, make black people look stupid or just try to rub some stuff in our face, if you guys get my drift in a way. Like, I mean, Juneteenth, which is great, I mean, people are gonna light fireworks and they're gonna celebrate and they're gonna enjoy this day, and have fun and all that. But what did it say? June 19th to commemorate the ending of slavery in the United States, man. And the big key word in that whole thing is the ending of slavery here in the United States. And I just want to say, man, for real, slavery haven't ended not one bit here in the United States. Now, yeah, man, we may have this illusion or may have this thought that each and every day that we wake up and we do as please and or was going to the bathroom or making us something to eat or whatever like that. We have this illusion that yeah, we are free, especially black folks, because if that was the case in June 19th of 18, what was it, 65, if slavery was over then or supposed to have been over, a long time ago. Now I feel like, how come, Rodney King was, beaten by all those cops, man, and in the early 90s. Not only that, a couple of years ago in 2020, when the world was just going through chaos, man, and the whole world saw this, Caucasian white cop kneeling on this black man's neck named George Floyd, man, for God knows how long, just on his neck. I can't breathe, man, and everyone saw it, and then it had a ripple effect, sort of, from there and from there. It's this documentary that's on Netflix. It came out a couple of weeks ago. It's actually called Power, and no, not the power a lot of us are used to, but power, and it was talking about the way how police was sort of uh created, or it was how the organizations started here in this country. Police was really just they were patrol, they were slavery patrols. If a slave got away, these police will go get these slaves and bring them back to their, owners or whatnot. But I think somewhere in the down the line, police just said, "Fuck it, man, we taking over." And you can tell, man, from New York City, from NYPD to LAPD, like we want to talk about, they talk about gangs in different, parts of the country, man. LAPD, NYPD is one of the biggest gangs in America. You feel me? So I'll be hearing some stuff about how certain inmates and certain um people, some guys and women, who were convicted for marijuana use are now, getting out and, or getting the sentence, overturned. And back in the days, man, where in the late 80s and the mid 80s and 90s, man, when the drug epidemic, really hit the black community hard, man. I'm talking about hard. You feel me? It wasn't no way of escaping that. It was like, okay, man, you hit this community hard with drugs. There's no way they can rebound from that. And you, like I said, it's a way. it's a way that this company of America has a way to compress, you know, compress African Americans, all around the country. You feel me? So whether it's like I said, the drug epidemic, or whether it's just if you want to stand up to fight for your right because you believe in this or that, it's you get put down by that, or it's just weird. You feel me? So I feel like we all have a price to pay to be free in this country called America, man. So but forgetting all the seriousness stuff, but just being informative here on the 11:30 podcast show this week. But like I was saying, man, excuse me. I hope everyone out there, is definitely enjoying a day, enjoying a holiday, and something funny. I was like, Monday, here in DC, a lot of places were closed because the holiday, and I think some places I believe were celebrate. Well, it's a federal holiday today, but you know. a lot of things were, closed on Monday, and I was like, "Well, damn, and all my guys are, all my niggas off." You feel me? I believe when it's a holiday on Wednesday, bro, a lot of people take Monday and Tuesday off, bro, and we got the holiday off. Then we come to work Thursday and Friday, bro. Or it may be the other way around. We got Monday, we go Tuesday, we off Wednesday, and we taking other days off, man. Black people are just like they do extra when it's a holiday, man. Especially for them though. But man, everybody out there, all my black folks, definitely hope you definitely cooking up some stuff on the grill, man, and doing nice, man. Everyone definitely staying safe, man. Definitely and staying safe. All right, you guys, man, we gonna move along here on the 11:30 podcast show this week. Speaking sort of this week in a way, last week, a couple of days ago. I'm talking about speaking last week, but in a couple of days ago, Sunday, this past Sunday, everyone, man, it was Father's Day. How was everyone Father's Day out there, man? The day before Father's Day, my mom came over, and my mom bought me, some Father's Day stuff, and I was like, much needed, definitely some socks. When you get older now, man, and you ain't necessarily looking. Money is always great. You could use the money and definitely go do whatever you want to do with it, but it's like, man, when you get those things that you really necessarily don't appreciate, especially as especially when you're young, like socks, like boxers, or anything like that, man. It's like, oh hell yeah, man, I needed that for real because my socks just be getting magical lost. It's like they in Toy Story, in the movie of Toy Story. It's like I guess it's sock story. Socks get up and they go play and just fuck around, just go go missing or some shit. Like, damn, damn, Socko. Uh, but all funny, man. But yeah, man, Father's Day uh was definitely wonderful, man. Appreciate everyone tuning in and telling me how you guys Father's Day was, man. And I mentioned that my mom came over the day before. Of course, she got to work on Father's Day. She said she was going to be tapped. Came over, spent some time with me, and she was talking about how when you go to the store Father's Day week, Father's Day weekend ish. It's nothing like Mother's Day. It's nothing like Mother's Day at all, man. What is that, man? You go to even commercials, man. You might get one or two commercials. The stands on the corner don't be full on Mother's Day. They got the teddy bears. They got the balloons. They got everything, man. They got every single thing going down on Mother's Day. You feel me? Like everybody coming over. You feel me? Because also, to my point is like, you know, when you grew up, man, everyone sort of had that, auntie figure, mommy figure, auntie figure, grandma, and to my knowledge, man, where I'm from, everybody love their mama. Everybody love their mama, everybody love their sister, everybody love their grandmama. Them like three people, you don't mess with at all. You feel me? You don't mess with nobody mama. they grandmama, they sisters, aunties or whatever like that. So mamas and mothers, man, and grandmoms are really special, man. They get shit taken care of, for real. And they got that, they got that motherly bond in a way, and that I can't find the right word, but they got it in a way, that us fathers don't. Some of us don't, so like I said, I don't know no guy, no woman right now that can say, man, yo, man, like when Mother's Day come around, they trying to make sure their mama, whoever, their motherly figure who, was consistent or just was so much, that meant so much to them, you know, in their life, man. And that's real important. That's really important. Even with situations where it's like, these figures are no longer here no more. So uh that's really, why I think Mother's Day really, is so huge. And also to speak on the fact of why Father's Day, man, and why Father's Day just don't seem, you know, it. I don't know. I don't know, you guys, man. I don't know if you guys get my drift, man. But Father's Day, in a way, man, don't seem so legit like Mother's Day. And I asked this question: should Father's Day even be a holiday? You feel me? Like, come on, man. Like, like the people come over, you throwing a whole party, man. Everybody mama over, everybody sister over, everybody mama. It's Mother's Day. Yeah, that's seconds to Christmas, right? Father's Day come on, barely no commercials, and then also how this country has beaten down the man so much, especially the African American man, beat it down so much to where it's like, okay, he's a criminal, okay, he's a felony, he can't get a job, he can't support his family, he can't do nothing, so he just gotta go make odds meet and go try to make money however he see fit or whatever the case may be. You feel me? So, and then it's like, okay, he's a deadbeat, and then you know, even if that's the case, it's like, okay, he don't want to take care of kids. You got on the other end, you got where it's like you got shorties out here is fucking butthurt because you know Timothy didn't want to be with her ass no more, and she was really like some shit and some trash, and he knew what he wanted, he knew what was best for him, and he moved on. You feel me? Like, I mean, I think in some cases, some women just, I don't know. I don't know, but I know you guys get my drift on that, and I think that's where Father's Day uh do come to a point where it's like, well, damn, But shout out to all the dads out there, like myself, and all the other dads out there. Shout out to my guy Warren Marlowe at the Commission Talks, my guy Brian B. Congratulations on getting married and all that great stuff, man. Just being in your kid's life and your children's life is real vital, is real important, man. Because especially boys and girls, man. But I stress it a lot too. I didn't have my dad growing up, man. My dad, you know, my biological dad really wasn't around. I knew he was, he knew who I was, but I don't know if it was like a big, thing for him to be like, yo, you know what? Let me go, try to go chill with my son and try to see if I can, link up with my son or whatever like that. I don't even think it was like that for him. My stepfather was very, very instrumental in my life. I lost him when I was 7 years old. I have father figures or whatnot, but being a dad, man, is just is very important, man, and you have to, you know, guide, your son, your children, in this journey of life, man. It's wicked, it's rough, especially for a black man, man, where it's like you feel like the world is on your shoulders at times, though. So for far as myself, man, I know the biggest thing of me learning right now and of being a dad is definitely is learning patience, definitely learning patience because my little man is two, about to be two. Really, he's literally about to be two. He's like 23 months, whatever you want to call it. He's one, about to be two, and at this point where it's like he hear you, but he don't hear you, but he hear you. He hear you real good. If you say, Amir, you want some Pepe? Yeah, uh-huh. You want to cook it? Yeah, uh-huh. And for those, they probably like Pepe. Okay, now, I make pizza. When I throw pizza in the oven or we get some pizza, he'd be like, ooh, Pepe. And I'd be like, pizza, pizza, yeah, Pepe. I'm like, okay, hey, it's Pepe, man. It's Pepe. You feel me? And cookies to him is chicken nuggets. He'd be like, ooh, cookies. Oh, you know what? You got it. It's cookies, man. So um, not because that moment is definitely hilarious, but just patience was like I said, he hear you, but he don't hear you. He's like, I'm in my own world. I'm having too much fun, man. I'm like, and for example. The other day, actually, it was yesterday. This was the second time. I took me and Bay, uh, my little man, he had a doctor's appointment, and we had to take him to Church Hospital, here in DC, man. Same doctors that I went to when I was little, same, every single thing, man. It just bring chills to my arms, and bring chills to my body. It's just like, what does this mean? I always ask God, like, what does this mean, God? What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? And it's just like, man. And yesterday, man, because my little man, having some stability issues in a little bit with just his balance and stuff, and trying to get him to the doctors and figure out some stuff. And when we were time was the whole transportation issue, and I think things got mixed up because we were supposed to give some lab testing where it was a swab, but then lady said blood testing, and then we went to go back to try to get it correct. It was like, okay, everybody's gone. It's late in the day. You feel me? But it was just like, even when we went up to go get to try to go get the lab work, man, it was just like, yo, I've been here. Like I'm talking like I've been here. Like, wow, like it's so I say amazing. And it's amazing. I'm like, just I can't believe it. I literally just cannot believe it at all, man. I just be wondering, what the Lord be trying to tell me or something. But you know, being a dad, man, and just those moments there, right there, just experiencing that, man, and just, seeing your son or, your child imitate you, or, he come in here and try to put on the glasses and the hats and do the podcast like I do. And it's just, it's so, so amazing, man. And, it's about to be two. Can't wait for his birthday. So he got some cool stuff, man. The fact he's getting older, and he's comprehending everything, and it's wonderful, man. Like, I never thought at one point I would ever be a dad or could be a dad. You feel me? And fast forward all these years later, man, and boy, boy, it's a story. I tell you, boy, if it was a movie, I'm interested. I'm really interested, man. Out there, everybody, man. I know the question was, man, should Father's Day be a holiday, man? But after what I just said, I think so. You know what I mean? Like I said, shout out to all the good fathers out there that are in their children's life, man, and that's doing what they gotta do, man, and just just being there and doing what they gotta do for real. I seen one video, man. It was kind of like I felt bad for the dude in a way because he was like, man, yo, man, this past Father's Day, he got like 5 kids, and none of his kids ever gave him a Father's Day gift, man. He been there since day one, all the games, everything, bought him all this Christmas, blah 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 blah, all that. Maybe it was some issue with the mom. I'm not too sure, but it's just like, damn, But shout out to all the kids, I mean, all the fathers, kids too, shit. But shout out to all the fathers that out there, man, is really in their kids' life, man, and sticking through it, man. Definitely sticking through it. So, like I said, should Father's Day be a holiday? What you guys feel? How is you guys fatherhood are going on, and what is better yet? The better question is, what does fatherhood mean to you? What does being a dad, a father, means to you? So yeah, that's sort of the question of the day of the week here on the 201 episode of the 1130 podcast, man. For real, yo, spin it. Definitely a great vibe here on the 1130 podcast show, yo. I got more coming up, yo. I got a WTF moment, you guys, man. I want you guys to check out and see as well. Also, you guys, man. Yo, this coming Saturday, I always have WWE. Well, I always be chatting about WWE, all that great stuff. But Talk Pro Wrestling. Talk Pro Wrestling will indeed return next Saturday, you guys. Next Saturday. So while I'm here with you guys, man, and you guys, I have you guys' attention right after the break as well. Cut all that noise out. Back outside, be having all the distractions, though. But why have you guys here, man? I'm gonna give you guys my thought on what went down on this past Monday Night Raw, man. Like, yo, Seth Rollins came back. Not only that, man, I got a story for that. We seen the debut of Uncle Howdy, the Wyatt Six, at the end of Monday Night Raw. Yo, they had the place. Yo, it was crazy, man, for real. More on that Wrestle Talk and also WTF moment, you guys, as well. It is WTW. It's that Wrestle Talk Wednesday. So later on, you guys, this evening, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Commission Talk is live. So definitely tune in to Buzzing with Marlo and the Beeline Entertainment LLC, man. For real, I appreciate you guys to the fullest. All right, you guys. I'm gonna take a quick break, and when we come back with the show, man, we're gonna be chatting some more. I'm gonna get my thoughts on the Wyatt Six as well as Seth Rollins' return and more, you guys, man. Don't move, you guys, man. You're listening and you're watching to the 1130 podcast. You dig? Hey, let's go. We'll be right back, man. All right. Okay. We live, I guess. We'll be right back. All right, man. We back here on the 1130 podcast show. Yo, man, we live here, man, here on the 1130 podcast show this Wednesday. The mic was not muted, so I'm pretty sure you guys heard me throughout the commercial break, man. This is the third live episode of the 1130 podcast show, so I'm trying to get things rolling, and I got some plans when the 1130 podcast show returns this coming fall, because next week's episode, you guys, is the season finale, you guys. We're gonna wrap up here with 202 on the 202 episode of the 1130 podcast show, and the podcast will be back, you guys, this fall, man. And also, I made an announcement on the 199 episode that Beyond 1130, you guys, will be returning next month. I'm excited. I got Brian B, Harley, Chanel, other guests that's going to be joining in. Grown Folks Are Talking Beyond 1130 is back, you guys. Now, before the break, or while during the break, before we came back, like I said, Talk Pro Wrestling will indeed return next Saturday, you guys. Next Saturday, 3 p.m., 2 p.m. Central, for real. But, since no Talk Pro Wrestling this coming Saturday, I want to get my thoughts on what went down this past Monday night on Monday Night Raw, you guys. Now, I'm gonna start it all with the first one. Yo, man, we kicked off the night, man. What were they at? They were in Shit, I cannot think of where they was at though. But regardless of where they were at though, Monday Night Raw was live, and shit, I really want to think of where the hell they was at though. I cannot think for some reason where the hell they was at. But nonetheless, man, yo, Seth freaking Rollins, yo, everybody, man. I shared the videos on my TikTok. I shared the videos on the social media. My little man loves this guy. He loves this guy. He's just one. He's about to be two, and he goes around talking about Seth freaking Rollins. He goes around talking about burn it down. Like this is his favorite thing to do, man. So throughout the just WrestleMania, WrestleMania night two, since we seen Seth Rollins come out there and help Cody Rhodes win the matchup at WrestleMania, we haven't seen Seth Rollins at all. So I was like, man, buddy, man, I don't know, man. I don't know when we gonna see Seth Rollins again. I don't know. And shit, I don't ran out of YouTube videos to show my little man. I hope Seth Rollins got the memo and everything. I literally ran out a bunch of videos to show him though. But man, to open up Monday Night Raw and her burn it down after literally hearing it every single day, I marked out, man. I was like, oh shit, because I was thinking, man, Seth Rollins was gonna be out, man, at least until like the end of the year, if not, man, Royal Rumble ish, because the guy deserves it. The guy literally freaking deserves it, man. He busts his ass, worked his ass off, put over the World Heavyweight Championship, put over a lot of other superstars, man. So Seth Rollins, man, I didn't really expect to see him return this past Monday night on Monday Night Raw. But when he returned, man, he said he's back. He done everything. Seth Rollins won the WWE Championship. He won the Intercontinental Championship. He won the United States Tag Team, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, main event at WrestleMania. That was one thing on his bucket list. He done it all, and he says he's back just to be the best, and also to recapture the title that he sort of made famous on Monday Night Raw, and that is the World Heavyweight Championship that Damian Priest right now has. Now, Damian Priest has been the World Heavyweight Champion since WrestleMania. He cashed in his Money in the Bank, being the second person to cash in their Money in the Bank contract at WrestleMania on Drew McIntyre. And we all sort of know the Drew McIntyre saga where CM Punk cost them his shot at the world title. He quit on Raw. It's a bigger angle where they going with that, and I'm pretty interested. But Seth Rollins says, "Yo, man, I'm back. I want the championship, and ain't nobody gonna tell me other words than that." So, man, the funny thing about all of this, my son was asleep. I was trying to get him to stay up for about 30 minutes or something. I'm like, man, we about to watch Raw. He was like, Jay Uso. He loved Jay Uso. He liked Drew McIntyre now. He liked Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins is man, obviously Cody Rhodes, but man, when burn it down, all I could think of was my little man. And I wanted to go in there and wake him up, but I'm like, shit, I ain't about to wake him up, wake his ass up. He'd have been running around, jumping off of couches, thinking he a superstar and everything. He get on top of his high chair that he eat in, and then he want to do swanton bombs off the chair and jump off the chair. I'm like, oh man, this is something else, man. Something else. That's fatherhood for you, man. I love it. You know, um, I just was like, yo, I was the only one in the family who that really loved the wrestling. And my niece, I got into it a little bit. I had my niece into it, especially when John Cena was like the shit. This was like 2010, 2011. But yeah, man, my son definitely he's on it, man. So yeah, Seth Rollins coming back on Monday Night Raw is very, very intriguing. I think it's also interesting, a long story that he did not mention. You know, his sort of involvement in a way, which I don't think he needed it to, but he did not say nothing like, I'm the reason, Roman Reigns is not champion no more or whatever like that. I guess the world already knows. There's no need to sort of, run that back or at least address it. But Seth freaking Rollins, man, I'm excited to see what he does. Will he win the championship at Money in the Bank in Toronto, which WWE is on a fantastic international uh PLE tour, if you want to sort of say. But yeah, I'm loving it, man. No, I don't think he will. I think it's just another chapter in Damian Priest's book to try to become something else in the minds of wrestling fans because they all consider him as paper champion or oh he's not gonna hold the champion for that long or whatever like that. But hey man, we definitely gonna see. We are definitely going to see you guys. Also, man, I gotta get you gotta tell my thoughts, man. Gotta tell my thoughts on this one. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. The Wyatt Six debut on Monday Night Raw. Okay, man. Look here. I was clocking the clock. I don't know about you guys, man. I was clocking it. Yo, man. When the main event matchup went off the air about what? What was that? What? No. Well, the main event match ended about 10:52. Excuse me. 10:52. And I was like, okay, Jay Usos did his thing, and then I was like, okay, I see the Titantron went black, and I'm like, okay, I don't know, but man, oh man, WWE, you guys did not disappoint. I know Bray Wyatt is looking down, he's smiling, he's joyful, he's happy about what transpired Monday night on Raw. Man, I don't think we understand what we literally just saw. And one thing I want to say about this, and um, I made a TikTok. I haven't posted yet. Been busy taking my son to the doctors. I've been trying to get back on my TikTok, posting my videos up and shit. So, but the thing about this, you guys, man, that I love so much, man, let's start here, right? Uncle Howdy, man. Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas is continuing his brother's legacy of this whole Wyatt Six thing. If you guys didn't see the Becoming Immortal Bray Wyatt documentary, definitely go check it out. It's fantastic of how Bray Wyatt was just such an incredible artist, man, and he was such creative when it came to stories and characters that he had in his mind that he wanted to bring to life and stuff. So, but but just from Bo Dallas' perspective, man, if you guys remember 2014, 2015 ish, NXT just came on the WWE network, and a certain someone out right now who made his debut on NXT last night, Joe Hendry, you guys, man, from TNA, real fast. I'm gonna get back to that, which real fast. But his whole gimmick is we believe, or we believe in a way. We believe. I don't think you can say we believe, but it reminds me of Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy. That's literally who he is, though. Back in the days in 2014, 2015, he had the fans, man, do you believe, some shit like that, right? Yeah, and all these years later, I don't think Bo Dallas could, either fathom that he would be the main force in this new stable called the Wyatt Six. I think it's phenomenal. Bo Dallas, man, he was a part of sort of he was part of a couple of factions. They didn't go further. He was NXT champion, but his career just didn't really go nowhere. And I mentioned this to say as well with the other participants or the other members in the White Six. You got Nikki Cross. Now Nikki Cross was just popping up. She wasn't saying a damn thing. Everybody was like, "What the hell is Nikki Cross' problem? Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on with Nikki Cross?" I mean, besides the whole Nikki ASH where she came up with the idea and Vince McMahon was thought it was like, "Oh, that's amazing." And she was women's champion. God bless her. All that. After that, her career just didn't go nowhere. Now she was fantastic in Sanity when she first debuted with Eric Young and Alexander Wolf and them. That was great. That was great, but it just dwindled out. Everybody else went their separate ways or either got released, and Nikki was just trying to search for something that could fit her. Then you have Joe Gacy. Now Joe Gacy literally was just in NXT like a year ago, a couple of months ago. But you had the grizzled young veterans ask for their release. They wanted out. They were in TNA. They were, AEW. They doing a, independent thing. Ava, who was in the group, she's now the general manager. She's now general manager. So now it's like Joe Casey was just going around doing whatever type shit, hiding in the ring, on commentary, popping up here, popping up there. It was just like, what the fuck to do with him? But Joe Gacy also had that spookiness to him, as well as Nikki Cross too, as well. That crazy, spooky, And then you got um Dexter Loomis. Now Dexter Loomis was remember him from his TNA days, Samuel Shaw. But you know, Dexter Loomis, he don't say a word. He's a man of no words. He had a cool storyline with not Candice LeRae, but Indy Hartwell, and that whole cool thing, which was cool. And he did that crappy thing with the Miz, but other than that, Dexter Loomis just haven't really had much. And and then you got Eric Rowan, who's sort of one of the founding members of this whole Wyatt thing. He was an original Wyatt family member. Luke Harper, Brody Lee, he passed away. He was the only sort of living one. I mean, Braun Strowman, he was an added factor into it down the line a little bit. But yo, man, to combine all of these together, man, I think it's phenomenal, bro. Because without this, I don't think none of these superstars would have got a chance and they would have been released. You talking Nikki Cross, look at what she was doing a year ago. You wouldn't have thought Nikki Cross would have been sort of relevant, right? Same thing goes with maybe Joe Gacy. But word got out he was going to be in this. The same thing with Dexter Loomis. It rose all eyebrows. So man, oh man, just from her pointing and the camera slowly going backstage, showing, the rabbit, everything on the floor to the gorilla position, the carnage, the blood on the wall, Chad Gable. What happened with Chad Gable? It was crazy. It was just so much that was going on in that scene. And then Uncle Howdy, with that aura, that Bray Wyatt aura, making his way to the ring backstage and the music. It was just phenomenal, man. I don't know what else I can really say about that, man. Like, it was just literally hands down. And I gotta say, man, between this Monday night, excuse me, between this past week's Monday Night Raw ending and opening, in the Monday Night Raw that was also in Chicago earlier this year prior to WrestleMania, them two gotta go up for Raw of the Year, man. We only halfway through, but boy, I'm interested to see where we go from here. Where we go from here, and like I said, we got where we go from here from Monday Night Raw, NXT last night. You see Kazarian. He's in the Battle Royal trying to become NXT champion, and then you get this guy Joe Hendricks. You guys, yes, Joe. You say his name, he appears. I believe in Joe Hendricks. I said Joe Hendricks. Joe Hendricks. You get my drift though. But yo, man, the crowd popping. I was like, what the fuck? Why was he the first man eliminated? That was weird. That was real crazy. And I just felt like maybe they wanted to see how the fans possibly would react to him or something. But damn, man, why my man had to go out like that though? But yo, I believe all the way in Joe Hendricks, all the way, man. I thought it was a phenomenal way to bring him on. You know, although he was the first one eliminated, but it was still a great showing, man. Really, really great showing. On this past week of Monday Night Raw and NXT, uh, man, come on. I don't even know what else to say, but I got more to talk about with the guys. You guys coming up later on that WTW, that Wrestle Talk Wednesday, man. We're gonna be chopping it up, having fun. It's gonna be a vibe. So definitely tune in, man, and make sure you subscribe. Though, but I'm about to head on out of here. You guys, man, it's been a wonderful episode. Like I said, appreciate everyone for definitely vibing with me last week on the 200 episode. Definitely, if you haven't, check it out as well. Talk Pro Wrestling will return next Saturday. Beyond 11:30 returns next month, you guys, this July. And episode 202, you guys, 202. That's the zip code right here in DC, episode 202. Yo, it's the season finale of the 11:30 podcast show. We're going to be wrapping up and um be wrapping it up, you guys, and then we'll be back in the fall. Damn, if I can get it right, shit. We'll be wrapping it up and heading to the fall. Okay, you guys, man, before I head on out of here, I almost forgot. I literally almost forgot. I don't know how I did it, but you guys, man, it's time for the WTF moment of the week. Yo, 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 yo. Time for the WTF moment of the week, you guys. All right, now, yo. All right, let me get this pulled up real fast. Gotta make sure I get it. Where is that? Where is that? Where we at? Where we at? All right, hold on, hold on. All right, you guys, man. WTF moment of the week. And I don't know if you guys heard about this. I seen it on social media the other day, man. It was real crazy. I don't know if you guys heard about this Project 2025, you man. It's real scary. You want to talk about some things that's like really going on in the world, man, that could possibly, affect us in the long run, man. Yo, we're gonna definitely talk about that. Okay. All right, let's get it popping. Okay. All right. All right. Hold on, you guys. All right. It's time for the WTF moment of the week. That's what happened when we live, man. That's what happened when we live. Can't get it right. All right, you guys, man. Yeah, that Project 25, man, is definitely crazy. All right, check this out. WTF moment of the week. Let's go.
Be on the internet playing, okay? We think everything is a game. But y'all see that Project 2025 shit? Y'all seen that? Bro, if y'all don't know what's going on, Ray, catch y'all up to speed, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. Listen, they talking about getting rid of the Department of Education. What? How you gonna get rid of the Department of Education? We live in some of the most dumbest times anyway. Half these dumbasses don't know how to spell, write, or read. Motherfuckers be relying on Siri for autocorrect. You gonna take away that? Well, we already gotta deal with enough dumbasses as it is. And then they trying to get rid of abortions, birth control pills, depot shots. Like, hold the fuck up. Who is in charge here? This is crazy. Y'all making a nigga job harder now. Now our pull-out game got to be extra strong. Half these niggas can't even pull out the driveway. We do not need a bunch of Jamals running around the hood. Listen, I don't know what's going on. They not telling us something. Because you're seeing with the bill Louisiana this passed, all you got to do is be 18 years old, you can get yourself a gun. No training, no none of that. You can just get yourself a gun. You just walk in the store, buy a Pepsi, a Glock 40, and a loaf of bread and go about your day? No, this is getting crazy. And this is the real kicker. That law goes into effect on July 4th. Out of all days, July 4th, you can give these niggas a gun? It's crazy. And then I want the damn Super Bowl to be in New Orleans next year. Listen, something's going on in 2025.
25 is a far-right manifesto. It is a 1,000-page bucket list of extremist policies that would uproot every government agency and disrupt the lives of every person who calls this country home. The Department of Education would be eliminated, cutting students off from civil rights protections and ending essential Title I funding for K through 12 schools.
Every child has a right to an education, goddammit, and I'm standing on it.
Like, I don't think y'all really understand what's going on here. They really trying to cut funding for schools, K through 12 school. Like, do y'all not understand Title I funding? Do y'all not know how many kids are going to be affected by that? Now, understand these are policies and priorities for the next conservative president.
The mandate outlines policy priorities for the next conservative president. Is that correct?
It does.
You've done a great job. I just want to let you know.
Y'all gotta listen. Y'all gotta understand what's going on here. They're trying to eliminate the entire Department of Education. The whole thing gone.
It calls for eliminating the Department of Education, eliminating the Department of Commerce.
Project 2025 recommends abolishing the Department of Education, whose programs would either be transferred to other government agencies or terminated. Scientific research would receive federal funding only if it suits conservative principles. Now, when I was trying to stress to y'all how bad it was with y'all kids not knowing shades, y'all was calling people trying to have me terminated. Now they trying to terminate the whole Department of Education. Are y'all calling them? Y'all calling up there? I just want to know. Y'all calling up there? I just want to know. Y'all, we got to do better by our kids. We have to do better by our kids because they're not trying to do better by our kids. They don't give a fuck about our kids. The link is in the bio. Summer intensive curriculum coming out for 3rd through 8th grade next week. I'm telling you, y'all, we have to do better by our kids because they do not give a fuck about our kids. I'm telling you, they trying to cut out the whole Department of Education. Don't get how these kids gonna learn. Who gonna teach them?
Hey, yo, WTF moment of the week, you guys, man. Yo, Project 25, man, for real. I'm hearing, if Donald Trump is some way, or the Republicans, can get their way and this bill could be passed and, Project 25 could come into effect where it's like, banning abortions, banning, what was it, gay marriages, it's banning a lot where a lot of people will be affected. And I think the number one thing that you saw in that video was the Department of Education, K through 12, man. You feel me? A lot of us, come on, man. Come on. You feel me? Like they don't give a fuck about our kids, man. And we have to do that. We have to care about our kids, and we have to be teaching them. You know, my little man he know his colors, he know his numbers, he know all his shapes, and we teach him. You know, every single day. You know, he not in daycare at the moment. You know, he's just one going on two. You know, I know some kids are, but he's very informative, man. He's learning, and with so many parents out there, they got jobs. They got jobs. You got to put food on the table. You got to, pay the rent, put the lights on, and everything like that. But they pay us so much money to where it's like, okay, well, just I guess right, go to school, go to school, and and let this person teach you some shit that you ain't gonna be really learning, 10, 15, 20 years, and they just they don't give a fuck. They don't. They don't. They just want the money to themselves and want to put the money in their own pockets or whatever like that. But you guys, man, definitely go check that out, man, for real. Project 25, man. WTF, big W, big the T, big F, WTF moment all the way, you guys, man, for real. Yo, this been an incredible episode. I thank everyone for stopping past and chopping it up with your boy. I thank everyone for tuning in and commenting on the show. Definitely like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about the 11:30 podcast, you guys. Episode 202 coming at you next Wednesday as the season finale wrap up, and we'll return this fall, you guys. But until now, you guys, man, yo, it's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Stay safe, stay blessed, give all the glory to God. Won't he do it? Yo, I'm out, man. Peace.